Ever wondered what the difference between HDD and SSD is? It's a question that echoes through the chambers of technology forums and computer shops alike. As we stand on the precipice of this digital age, let's unravel this mystery together. Our topic for today revolves around two letters repeated twice, HDD and SSD. These aren't just random alphabets thrown together. Oh no, they are acronyms representing two types of storage devices that are commonly used in computers. HDD stands for hard disk drive, a technology that has been with us for quite some time. On the other side, we have SSD, or solid state drive, a newer contender in the realm of data storage. They're like the yin and yang of computer storage, each with its own unique characteristics and advantages. But what exactly sets these two apart? Let's delve into the world of HDDs and SSDs. Imagine, if you will, an ancient library filled with scrolls. Each scroll, filled with tales and knowledge, represents a piece of data. This vast library is a perfect metaphor for a hard disk drive, or HDD. In the heart of this library, we find a diligent librarian, akin to the magnetic arm of the HDD. This librarian is tasked with finding, fetching, and replacing scrolls, much like how the magnetic arm reads and writes data on the HDD. As the librarian moves around, pulling out scrolls and returning them, there's a certain noise that fills the library. This is much like the whirring sound you might hear from an HDD, a testament to its mechanical nature. Now, consider the scale of this library. It's massive, filled with countless scrolls. The librarian, though efficient, takes time to locate and retrieve each scroll. Similarly, an HDD with its moving parts can't access data as instantly as we might sometimes need. Yet, this library, this HDD, is capable of storing an impressive amount of data, just like our library can house countless scrolls. But remember, with moving parts comes wear and tear. The librarian grows tired, the scrolls wear thin. In the world of HDDs, this translates to a shorter lifespan compared to some modern alternatives. So in essence, an HDD is like a giant library where a librarian has to find and fetch your data. Now, imagine a magical book that gives you whatever information you want instantly. This is not a fantasy tale, but rather a real-world marvel known as a solid-state drive, or SSD for short. Picture an ancient library filled with countless books, each one containing different pieces of information. Now, imagine if all this information was condensed into a single magical tome. That's what an SSD is like. Instead of flipping through pages or moving a mechanical arm like we discussed in the case of hard disk drives, SSDs store data in tiny, microscopic chips. This allows them to provide you with the information you seek, right at the snap of your fingers. These microchips are like the magical pages of our tome. They hold the data and can instantly recall anything, from a line of text to a high-definition video. It's instant, it's magic. And it's all due to the absence of moving parts. And speaking of moving parts, or rather the lack of them, SSDs are also silent. Remember the noise from the ancient scrolls, the hard disk drives? SSDs don't have that. There are no spinning disks, no reading arms, just silent microchips working their magic. So an SSD is like this magical book, offering you what you need immediately, without any weight or noise. So now that we've journeyed through the realms of HDDs and SSDs, let's recap. Imagine a heavy, creaky library filled with ancient scrolls. That's our hard disk drive, or HDD. It's a bit slower, takes its time to pull up the information you need, and you can hear it humming along as it works. However, it's a reliable old friend that won't cost you a fortune. Now, picture a sleek, silent tome of magic. That's our solid-state drive, or SSD. It fetches data in the blink of an eye, silently. It's like a ninja librarian. It's also tougher, with no moving parts. It can take a knock or two. But this kind of magic comes at a cost, making SSDs pricier than their HDD counterparts. Whether you choose the ancient library of the HDD or the magical book of the SSD, the choice depends on your needs and budget.